Keep it on me 'cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me in themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining. I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Yeah. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Their meeting in Super Bowl 49 was thrilling. What's in store here? The Pats and Seahawks are underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Mike, ready? Mike 54. Get your swerve on.
Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Marshawn Lynch, 60 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Brady now to throw. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. He'll have a 1st down past the 40.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mike 4. It's our time. It's our time.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Well, the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the toss, here's Michel. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we are.
Here's Brady to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The 40, 20, 10, 5. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole...
Now Myers for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead, and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He was looking for Edelman there.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. First down, the run with Lynch. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, watch the slant.
Wilson buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll run with Lynch, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I'll go special.
Second down and goal. Wilson flushed out right. He'll run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Dixon. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
The extra point now coming. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe when we look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Check. Lucky. Hey.
To throw is Brady. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Quentin Jefferson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And Dixon has it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a toss play. It's Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then
he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hatchet. Slam. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. On play action, it's Brady. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Looking to throw. Dixon. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Kyle Van Noy coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Step, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Myers for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried the fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double-dog dare them to do that? What was
Maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when it was to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Hey, set, 380! I'm coming up to you. I'm coming up to 50.
Now on 2nd and 16, Brady. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Undercrush. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 72.
Now Brady. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Come on, that. Screen.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. The 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, 43 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point now coming from Myers. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. After the interception, here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And this is secured by the Patriots. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, not they giving up that type of field position.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Come on here, come get some. Ready?
Back to throw. Dixon. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They find some open field here. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they'd like to let them stand.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Looking to throw. Dixon. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Dixon. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Dixon. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Patriots get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. From the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. He'll take this inside the 40. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dixon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Throwing on 3rd and long. Dixon. Got some real estate inside the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to... Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Brady now on 1st down. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. Here's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Edelman was the intended target.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's taken down trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Third and long. It's Wilson dancing to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Lawrence Guy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it.
They're not ready for this. They still play.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Alabama.
Now Brady. And now here's another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Got him in the intended receiver that time. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't true. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay, 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay, death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great color coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe, never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, oh God, I'm lit. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you said.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the San Francisco 49ers. Steven Gostkowski now has this one teed up, and we are underway from Gillette Stadium. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
21, 21. Here we go. 54, Mike. 54, Mike. Go. 54,
to throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
21. Watch the pass. Hey, Delta. Mike 51. Hey, alert.
Garoppolo on first down. And right away, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Now Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, 49ers.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go again. 13. Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Lawrence Guy. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, dude. Hey, come on, Pat.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And now Garoppolo lost the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out.
Nice.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm copy, I do my dance, jump in the